It all began on a night where laughter felt like it shimmered in the air. Our guest stepped onto the stage with the confidence of someone who's seen a lot, survived a lot, and somehow managed to look effortlessly charming through all of it. The applause hit like a warm wave, and he soaked it in with a smile that said, "Yes, I'm home." He joked about the theme song following him everywhere, as if the soundtrack of his life refused to mute itself even for a moment. He teased that he looked like a slightly mischievous schoolboy from overseas, books missing, attitude fully intact, and humor sharper than ever. And the crowd adored him for it. This week was a big one for his city, one of those weeks where the energy buzzes like electricity, and he had been part of the excitement. He told the story of going to a marathon-length baseball game that stretched nearly 7 hours. And to steady his nerves, he had taken a gummy before stepping onto the field, thinking it would help him relax. Instead, it turned the entire night into an adventure that felt like being trapped inside a slow-motion dream with a stadium full of strangers. He and his friend, who attends games with the intensity of a coach, watched inning after inning go by. 12, 14, 16, 18. While the stadium announcer tried to keep the crowd energized, everyone was so exhausted that even the usual cheers came out like half-hearted whispers. Somewhere in the stands, a single fan waved a towel with the enthusiasm of someone falling asleep mid-motion. But the real comedy came afterward. When the game finally ended, his friend bolted toward the exit with the determination of someone escaping a burning building. And there he was, trying to keep up, regretting every life choice, breathlessly whispering to himself that he'd need medical attention if the man didn't slow down. By the time he reached the parking lot, he was practically waving for help like someone trapped behind soundproof glass. The night didn't end there. He shared that his friend had consumed a mountain of snacks during the game, snacks that easily could have fed a small village. Piles of peanuts, bags, boxes, everything. And he learned something new that day. At baseball games, apparently you can toss peanut shells right onto the ground. He didn't know that. The discovery felt magical, like learning a forbidden society rule. He admitted that he leaves his own movie snacks behind too, thinking that maybe it's part of the whole movie experience. His wife disagrees, strongly. And while he insists it feels normal, he's been informed it is not, in fact, normal at all. But the night rolled on with stories from his upcoming event at the Hollywood Bowl, a monumental moment. It would be one of the first times a podcast ever performed at the iconic venue. He joked about the shirts they made featuring the same date printed over and over, like a fashion mistake someone refused to correct. Even he didn't know who the mystery guests would be that night. He tried guessing, his friends tried guessing. No one knew. The mystery made it feel like a birthday party, where someone else planned all the surprises and kept every detail locked away. He shifted to talking about the film he's working on, a story filled with action, survival, danger, and humor. On his first day, he attempted a joke on set, only to realize the crew had been working for nearly 14 hours already. They stared at him with the collective expression of people deciding whether to laugh or nap. The director, a close friend, gently told him that probably wasn't the moment for comedy. And he accepted that advice with good grace, right before accidentally falling off the stage. But his love of games has always followed him, no matter which project he's in. He's produced game shows, played in them, and even created his own card game, the kind you can play with friends or family, with or without a little grown-up encouragement once the kids are asleep. The goal is simple. Answer silly prompts as fast as possible before the timer runs out. No wrong answers, just chaos, creativity, and a whole lot of laughter. He played around live, answering questions so quickly and absurdly that even he had to laugh at himself. It wasn't just fun, it was a reminder that he thrives when he gets to make people laugh for a moment. That's where he shines. And then came one last confession. Halloween. Every year, thousands of people swarm his neighborhood, transforming the quiet streets into a festival of costumes, candy buckets, and excitement. But after 1 year of preparing enough candy to feed what felt like the population of a small country, only to have it disappear in minutes, he decided to retire from the candy-giving business.
Now he leaves a polite sign outside, turns off the lights, and lets the world know his house is officially out of service for the night. He joked that he might be the Halloween version of a grumpy holiday character, but only because the crowds truly get that intense. Through all the jokes, the stories, the misadventures, he brings something rare, a mix of charm, honesty, and lovable awkwardness that turns ordinary moments into unforgettable tales. Whether he's stumbling onto a baseball field, outrunning a friend through a stadium, falling off a stage during filming, or dodging trick-or-treaters like it's a competitive sport, he carries it all with heart. And that's why audiences fall for him. Before signing off, he encouraged everyone to experience his new movie, check out his live show, and most importantly, let a little more laughter into their everyday life. Because if there's one thing he proves over and over again, it's that humor, connection, and a touch of chaos make life infinitely more fun.